Front Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck Motors, Home Care Services, Venture Communications, Velos Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, State Farm Insurance, CHS River Plains, and Xander Auto Parts.
Coming out the timeout, Elijah Bucci with the snap. He goes left side. Down to the end zone. He's in! Touchdown Governors! They've got the lead with 8 seconds to go.
And by Wheelhouse Auto Body, Slumberland, SD Savin, Shane's Pharmacy, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First Fidelity Bank, Country Carpet and Flooring, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping.
This will be tapped over. See if the Governors again can take advantage of it. For Cronin, there's your win. In set one, 32-30. Campbell Cronin with 8 kills in the first set.
And by Wagner Auto, Sanford Clinic, the South Dakota Office of Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Envirotech, First National Bank, and Faith Lutheran Church.
As the Governors get across midfield, LaRush now with some open space, looking to send one through forward for Aharts. It comes in, Aharts, he scores! Keith Aharts from LaRush, and it's a 1-0 lead.
And by Cougar Climate Systems, River Bottom Sanitation, Rising Hope Counseling, Pizza Ranch, Olson Plumbing, Dakota Storm Roofing, Ferding Electric, James Valley Landscaping, Lamb Motors, May Adam, and First Dakota National Bank.
Sheldon will lose the ball. The Pierre Governors, they fall on it. They're going to the dome. The Governors score with 8 seconds remaining, and they win it 14-9.
And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Missouri River Dentistry, Cougar Contracting, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Gales Gas, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. And now to the booth with the call of the game and the voice of the Pierre Governors, John Winkler.
Well, it's a different voice behind this mic tonight, as John Winkler is currently in Harrisburg for the Pierre Girls Soccer State Semifinal. They're taking on Harrisburg right now, as there is no update. They actually just started that contest. We'll provide you updates as the night goes on. If you didn't hear us this morning, we talked about maybe simulcasting this particular night with Pierre Soccer. Again, a chance to head to the state championship this upcoming week. But here in TF Riggs High School, we get set for what will be a match for Pierre. If they can pull it off, it would be headlines for a while, as they're taking on the 13th ranked, according to Max Preps, the 13th ranked Harrisburg Tigers, who have pulled up some wins against national ranked teams. So we'll tell you more about them as this goes along. You're listening to KCCR FM 104.5 Capital City Rock. For this contest, I know DT is going to have Stolly Buttes volleyball against Stanley County tonight. But let's talk about this particular matchup and how they're here today. As you are going to be, we'll start with the opposing team in Harrisburg. They're currently on a 4-game winning streak. They defeated St. Thomas in Nebraska in their last contest on October 11th. They actually played 4 matches that day. They won every single match in Nebraska. Their last loss would come on September 20th when they took Corner State Christian, where they lost 2-1. That was the big national ranked invite that they were invited to, where they took multiple ranked opponents. For Pierre, they come off a defeat against Lennox, where they would win 3-1 against a single A opponent, one of the top teams in single A. That was the first win where they snapped a 6-match losing streak. That score was 25-13. they would win the first set. They would lose the second set 20-25, and then they would win the final two with scores of 25-22 and 25-19. I want to make sure we get all of our interviews in this one. I talked with both head coaches in this one. We'll start with the opposing coach, and Ronette Costain here in a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We will come back, and we'll have that conversation with head coach of the Harrisburg Tigers. She's been there for 30 seasons, so a good conversation we had with her. That's coming up after this 30-second timeout. You're tuned in to Pierre Girls Governors Volleyball here on KCCR FM 104.5, Capital City Rock.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Game show on KCCR YouTube, also 104.5 Capital Rock City. Here with Ronette Costain, head coach of Harrisburg. And coach, pretty impressive season up to this point. I mean, kind of up to this point of the year. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling going into tonight?
I'm feeling like we're right on track. We just got done playing at the Scott tournament, and we didn't drop a set there to some nationally ranked teams. We're playing some pretty good volleyball right now.
I mean, it's got to be hard to keep kids motivated, especially when you guys are having the success that you guys do. I mean, just as a coach, how do you kind of navigate that?
It's actually the motivation is not hard. These guys are self-motivated, keeping them, making sure they're having fun, but they're yet still being challenged. Practices trying to challenge each of the skills, like Jocelyn Samuel's nationally ranked. What can we do for her in our program? You know, she's working with younger kids who have less experience. She's going to get that big training at the national level, but we need to make sure that we're still challenging her in practice.
And, you know, you were talking about those couple of national tournaments that you guys got to participate in this year. I mean, A, talk about that kind of experience for you as a coach, for the program, and for the athletes. And B, I mean, how does that help you guys in a season like this?
It was so exciting. We got to invited out to the Durango tournament in Vegas. We were out there and competed for 3 days straight. We played, we knocked off Marymount, who was rated number 3. We played a ton. Every team we played had 2 to 3 D1 players on it. So tons of big hits, long rallies, big size girls, fast-paced games. It was exciting. It was a great atmosphere. We were very blessed to be able to fundraise and get enough money, and that our schools allowed us to go and participate in that.
Oh, Coach, I mean, tonight you're here in Pierre. You're taking on a Governor's team who's got a lot of motivation. I mean, coming off a big win against Lennox. I mean, slowly and surely kind of building up to where they want to be by the end of the season. What do you see from this Pierre team and kind of your approach tonight?
Everybody's journey is a little bit different. Everybody's starting at a different spot. The Harrisburg volleyball program's been where they're at one point. They just got to build. And so for us, how do we approach it? Like we do any other game. We're not going to play down to a level. We're not going to overlook a team, because that's when you get beat. We need to come in and just approach it with playing our style of game. Our biggest thing is our first ball contacts. We've got to have good passing so we can run our offense.
You kind of lead into my next question, Coach. Last one here, kind of maybe one big key thing or component you want to see tonight from your Harrisburg squad?
Well, usually when we come into this gym, we've been sitting on a bus for 4 hours, and then we play a little lethargic. I want us to see us get off to a good start. We're notorious for build a little hole and then dig ourselves back out. I'd like to see us command the game from the start.
Perfect, Coach. Thank you for your time, and best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
Back here on the pregame show on KC. Again, that's head coach Ronette Costain. Appreciate her for taking some time to chat with us before this one. We'll talk about those national tournaments that they competed in, but I want to make sure we get the conversation with head coach Carrie Wildhaus. She talks about the win last Saturday, and that was this conversation I had with her. Back here on the pregame show here on Capital City Rock 104.5 here with head coach of the Governors. It's Carrie Wildhaus. And Coach, pretty good win against a pretty good quality A opponent. I mean, just kind of recap that match a little bit and maybe some of the key takeaways for you guys.
Yeah, that match was an awesome one. We went in, not knowing a whole lot about Lennox because they're not in our usual rotation, and so just knew that we were going in against a team that was 19-1, pretty good, solid, had some height in the front row, and so went in knowing that and knew that we just had to play our game on our side of the court, and so that's what we did. Had really good serving, very few serving errors, 14 aces on the game, and then our back row was just passing like we want them to and passing really nice balls, which allowed us to get our offense going, and then our front row was able to get it put away.
When you kind of have a match like that, like you were just mentioning a 92% service rate and the aces and everything, I mean, how much confidence does that bring to a team, especially, with a season like you guys? It's kind of the low amount of wins, but there's a lot of positives in each match that you guys have.
Yeah, that was a really great one. I mean, even the girls on the bench were like, oh my gosh, look how good we're playing. I'm like, yeah, this is the team that we know we have. And that we can play with at all times. So we just need to have that confidence, and that really boosted our confidence, knowing that we went against a tough team and we're able to take the win. And then seeing those statistics, I think helps the girls see that, yes, that really does matter if we get good passes, if we're serving tough. That makes a big difference.
Well, you didn't get much of a break, Coach. You're playing right away on Tuesday. Kind of as a coach, I mean, you only get one real practice before an opponent, especially like an opponent you're going to be competing against tonight. Kind of how do you approach a one-day practice?
Yeah, so one-day practice is more like mentally preparing for the game, seeing, making sure that we know what kind of defense they're running, where we're going to be able to hit at, what we need to be doing, and kind of what our game plan is and what we need to be doing on our side of the court, more than what they're going to be doing on their side. So where are we going to be hitting? Where can we get the kills at? We did a lot of mental walkthroughs. Didn't have a super hard practice because we want to save our legs so that we can get up and get in front of these guys with their hitting and get those blocks on it. But really, it was just more the mental side of things.
Well, for folks, I'm sure kind of figured who the opponent is. It is Harrisburg, Max Prep's nationally ranked. I mean, they played in a big national tournament. Haven't lost to a South Dakota team in a very long time, Coach. I mean, kind of when you watch the film and kind of get know this opponent a little bit more, kind of what's your approach to this kind of match?
Yeah, 2 years ago they came here and we took them to 5 sets and almost beat them. 2 years ago at home, so hopefully we can use some of that hometown crowd and excitement. Kind of, it's hard for a team like this to, really always expect everything, and they might walk in here going, oh, this isn't our hard team. They're only have 3 wins on the season, so we can slack off a little bit, and I think we're going to surprise them with some of the stuff that we can do.
You mentioned the surprises. Kind of maybe what are some things that are going to help you pull some of those surprises tonight against Harrisburg?
Yeah, we've really been working on, tooling the block, using the block, swiping off the block, whether going high hands, hitting it off of them so that we can use that block because it's a pretty big one, so I don't think they're going to necessarily expect that. I think they're going to think we're going to try and hit around their block, but using that block, whether we need to recycle it off the block and go again so that we can get a better look. We talked about sending over second balls. They're used to a traditional 3-ball and over hard hits, so maybe using some of those second ball, some of that scrappy play that we're known for, and using some of that to our advantage.
We kind of are talking a little bit kind of the expectations, but if there's maybe one thing you want to see from your squad tonight, what is it and why?
Just to not ever give up and really go out there with that intensity and excitement right off the bat.
Perfect, Coach. Anything I'm leaving out? Anything you want to add?
Nope. We're excited to have them, and we're, one of the things our team has wanted to do this year is celebrate playing hard teams, and we're going to celebrate playing Harrisburg.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach, for your time, and we'll talk to you after this one's over.
Thanks.
Big thanks to head coach Carrie Wieldhouse for the conversation we had before this one. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, it's going to be the starting lineup, and we'll get this one going away. It's the Harrisburg Tigers. It's the Pierre Governors. It's coming up next here on 104.5 Capital City Rock and KCCR FM, KCCR Sports on YouTube. 3-minute timeout.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota and Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Planting for next year is right around the corner, but do you know how much nutrients your crops will need? Fall soil sampling with CHS River Plains can help you look at each field's nutrient carryover, provide you with a more accurate farm plan, and allow you to take a position on those nutrients needed when you see fit. Plus, it'll make your life easier next spring when the planters are ready to roll and you don't have to wait. Contact your local CHS River Plains agronomist today, and we'll get the pickup headed your way.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Back here on 104.5 Capital City Rock as we get set here for the Pierre Governors against the Harrisburg Tigers. Just a moment, the national anthem that gets played over the speakers. A cool moment here. It goes out, and most of the fans here, if not all of them, finished the national anthem. It was just kind of a cool moment I thought I'd bring up here before this one goes. Let's get a look at your starting lineups. Let's take a look at the Harrisburg Tigers. They're going to be in their maroon jerseys tonight. It's going to look like this. The libero is going to be Lindsay Langner. She is a senior 5'8". She'll be followed by number 4, a senior right side outside hitter at 6 foot. It's Emma Massink. It's going to be number 5, Gabby Zacharias, and you're going to hear that name tonight. She's a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. She's an outside hitter, 6-foot senior. She's followed by number 6. It's Kaya Keegan. She's a middle hitter, right side, 6'4" senior. Number 7 is Bergen Stiff. She is a junior at 6 foot. She'll be followed by number 8, the sophomore, Jocelyn Samuels, at 6'2". And we'll find out who the other one is, depending on who's serving. That's kind of how they had their rotation. For the Pierre Governors, it looks like this. Number 1, Molly Olson. She'll be followed by Allie Keys, number 4. It's number 5, Natalie Hart. Number 7, Sloan Waldron. It's number 8, Alexis Schlackaway. Number 12, Alice Lowe. And number 17, Addison Novotny. That is your starters in this one, as Pierre going to be in their white tops. It looks like we'll figure out who is serving here in just a moment. Let's get your scoreboard tonight. It's brought to you by American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. That is your scoreboard tonight as we get set for this one. Rotations just wrapping up here for this one. Again, it is going to be Harrisburg in their maroon tops. It will be Pierre in their white tops. And this one looks like it is going to be Harrisburg serving, and the way they said it was, if it was going to be a serve, it's going to be Kennedy Koginge, the one who is going to serve as we get set. And we are underway here from TF Riggs High School. It will be Pierre's opportunity here. Here's a sent over by Hart, and we're going to get a whistle, and Harrisburg will get the first point of the match, and they will lead 1-0 here in set number 1. So once again, back to serve for the Harrisburg Tigers is Gage, as that one's dug up. Some confusion, but sent over by Schluckaway, but it gets hit into the net. And another point for the Tigers. They quickly are up 2-0. Set number 1 again, soccer, where John is at, is in Harrisburg for the state's semifinal matchup, as Lowe tried to hit that one, staying on the line, but couldn't get it to go, and that is quickly a 3-0 lead for the Tigers of Harrisburg. We'll provide those soccer updates when we can. That one's going to be served out of bounds, and it's going to be first point for Pierre. And they go back to serve is Adley Hart for the Governors. It's 3-1 here in set number 1. We dug up. There is the set from Samuels, and it's going to be put over kind of in the campfire there for the point for Harrisburg. I'm going to give credit to Bergen Stiff for the kill there. And now back to serve is Unger. Olsen set in the middle for Waldron, and it's going to be out of bounds. Too much on that kill attempt. That makes it 5-1 here on your scoreboard. 5-1 set number 1 again. Harrisburg, the 13th ranked nationally team. According to Max Preps, this is a kill attempt from Novotny, going to be no good. It's Harrisburg again, 6-1. They've only lost, if I'm not mistaken, when I was going back and doing my research, they've only lost 1 set to a South Dakota team all season long. So if that just tells you kind of what Harrisburg is, that is a long free ball as it hits the light, and that's going to be 4 hits either way. And point for Harrisburg. We got timeouts. We'll take a quick 30. It's going to be Harrisburg 7, Pierre 1. We'll step aside. 30-second timeout here on KCCR FM.
Is it time for a fresh look underfoot? Tired of worn out carpets or outdated flooring? Then you need to visit Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre. We're your local experts for every style, from plush carpets and durable laminates to elegant hardwoods and luxury vinyl. Discover hundreds of options from top name brands, all with our friendly expert service. Visit Country Carpet and Flooring at 414 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or call us at 605-224-9297. Country Carpet and Flooring. Your floor, your style, our expertise.
Set number 1, it's a quick 7-1 start here in set number 1 for Harrisburg, and we'll get that fixed here in just a moment on the live stream again. Not live on KCCR AM because John is calling the soccer game. Still no score, 20 minutes played in the first half. And again, if you want to do the multi-view, you can put this game on, and then on your computer or something, put on the soccer game. 2 good matchups here for Pierre tonight. That one going to be handled there by the Governors, and we'll make it now 8-1 as that timeout was taken by Pierre. A lot of athletes for this Harrisburg team going to go on to college. One of them is going to be going to Harvard, if I'm not mistaken. I talked with Coach Costain before this one, if you heard that conversation. He's talked about how the players really keep themselves motivated, especially when they're on a run that they are. As that was a nice swing of the arm there by Keys, just was blocked there. And point will go to the Tigers of Harrisburg. Makes it 10-1. Right now it's been a lot of blocks, a couple of errors for Pierre, just trying to get that one to go to 2, as there was a step there by Olsen. It is handled by the Tigers. A swing of an arm there from Zachariason. Over now was Keys. Quickly set, it taps off the arms of Novotny and Keys. That'll be a kill for Jocelyn Samuels. And now it's a 10-point lead quickly, 11-1 here in set number 1. Olsen gonna back set it up there for Waldron, and that's gonna be a point for the Pierre Governors. Reached over the net. Maybe made a little bit of contact with the net. Violation there on Harrisburg. And that will remove that one off the scoreboard for the Pierre Governors. Serve going to be too much there for Waldron. That'll be a service here by her, and quickly it will go back to the Tigers of Harrisburg. Sending it to Pierre will be Samuels. Has a kill already in this one. Waldron will set it up to the far side for Bushbaum, who is in for the first time. Some contact, almost defended nicely there by Pierre, but bounces off the net and goes in the direction where they can't reach it. And quickly 13-2. Still no update in soccer. They got about 16 minutes to go in the first half. Harrisburg, a team that really can defend, and they don't really allow a lot of goals. Pierre has been on a havoc with goals, as there's a kill attempt there from Pierre on. It goes off the arms of the Governors. It's now 14-2. Once again, Samuel is going to send it away to Pierre. We'll go to Hartz. Setting it up is Waldron. Quickly in the middle for Novotny. Fed by Harrisburg. Bushbaum could not get it over the net as she was trying to set up the timing, just a little bit off on that one for Pierre. And once again, it goes right back to the Tigers of Harrisburg. Serve is dug up. Long set from Waldron over to Bushbaum, and that's going to be too much on that kill attempt. Makes it now 16-2 on your American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein Agency scoreboard. Waldron back set it up for Keys. That one is blocked. Tightrope the net for a moment as Pierre will get it back. Sends it over. That's a kill for Allie Keys. She'll get her first of the match. That makes it 16-3. The student section standing up. They've gone the whole way so far, standing up in this one. Serve is going to be from Keys. It's dug up there by Schlemmer. Quickly off the kill. I think it bounced off the head there of Hart. Kill is going to be good, though, for Samuels, who is credited for the kill. 17-3. Again, here on 104.5 Capital City Rock. Again, another game going on. It's in soccer. There's John Winkler, if you're wondering why the volleyball game is on this station tonight. Looks like some confusion with Harrisburg does get the serve. High toss to get the serve there from Zachariasen. Too much on that one. Point for the Governors. 17-4. Back to serve now for the Governors is Brutney. She will toss it quickly. Has that serve dug up there by Leitner. And in the middle, quick attack for Masslink. Gets credited there for the points. Got some changes coming in for the Governors. It's going to be Novotny checking in. She will check in for Brutney, who came in to serve for a moment. 18-4, set number 1. Sarah Holt now going to serve it away. It's off the net. Waldron back set it up for Bushbaum, as Bushbaum will get it in. Gets the point for the Governors. Bushbaum with her first kill of the contest. And talking with Coach Willhouse before this one. They ended up with 43 kills in the win against Lennox. Trying to repeat that here It's a team who hasn't lost to a South Dakota team since 2022. I'm telling you, the run they have been on and lightly tapped in for the campfire is going to be... Trying to make sure we get the right numbers here. It's Masslink, the sister, for Gabby, or Emma Masslink, Makes it 19-5. Ball's going to be sent over by Waldron. Here's a quick set, trying to get Pierre off looking. That's going to be the case. Tapping it over for the Tigers with Samuels. And just like that, it's 20-5 here in set number one. Not one too much. It's going to be a service error as that serve from Masslink will go too much. Pierre Governors with the point. Backing for Pierre is Keys. Also making a change for the Tigers. Avery Klein is in for Harrisburg. 25, here's the serve from Keys, and that one just out. That was a close one, but that one just looked like it was a little too much on the serve, and it will go right back to Harrisburg. It's when Governors get point, they really can't hold on to it for much long. Serve for hard too much, and swinging the arm down is Zachariason, the two-time Gatorade Player of the Year. That'll be your second kill of the night. Let's go to the University of South Dakota is Zachariason. Quickly to the middle is low. Too much on that attempt. Makes it now 23-6. Kennedy Kokage with the serve. Back set, or quick set from Olsen to Keys. Far side now for Zachariason, defended by the Governors. Keys back to Harrisburg, far to Zachariason, and too much as it goes off the fingertips of Keys. Good defense there, especially when you have an arm of Zachariason going after. It was a good attempt there for Keys, but just the fingertips, and we're a point away from the sets. Too much on that serve, and quite a few service errors in this first set for the Harrisburg Tigers. And Hart will set it away now. Set quickly behind. Kill is going to be credited to Stiff. And that'll end set number one quickly. That one goes by, and it's going to be a 25-7 victory in set number one for the Harrisburg Tigers. We'll step aside. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, set number two is coming up next here on KCCR FM 104.5 Capital City Rock. We'll get you set for set number two after this 2-minute timeout.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company signed its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
At Wheelhouse Auto Body, we believe in treating our customers and their cars like family. Our service-focused team has over 50 years combined experience in the automotive repair industry. If you have a vehicle, big or small, that needs some TLC, Wheelhouse Auto Body team is ready to take care of you. Visit Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield or contact us at 605-494-0436. Wheelhouse Auto Body of Pierre.
Set number 1 favors the Harrisburg Tigers, 13th ranked in the nation. They take set number 1 with a final 25-7. They finish with 8 kills to Pierre's 2 unofficial that I have in this contest. Wyatt Burridge go with you. Big thanks to Eliza back in the studio. Keeping things here on the air. We get you set for set number 2. It will be, should be Governors to serve it to Harrisburg. Thanks again to American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency Scoreboard. Big thanks to them. Update in Harrisburg. It is 1-0 in favor of the Tigers over the Governors soccer team as we get set here for set number 2. We're going to have a violation on the Governors, and that will be a quick 1-0 start, just like the soccer game going on right now. State semifinals. Harrisburg leads 1-0 with 7:25 left to go in half number 1. Sending it away for the Tigers is College. Aldrin to Keys. Nice defense there by Harrisburg. Zachariason gets that one deflected off of Hart, and it'll be a kill for Zachariason, who now has 4 in the contest. First one of the set. 2-0 here in set number 2. Governors who got points, they just couldn't sustain those runs like Harrisburg was able to. That will be an ace for Kennedy Koginge. That'll be her first ace of the night. Second one for Harrisburg. Once again, Harrisburg to set it away. Tips off the net. Governors are able to save it and give it back to Harrisburg on a free ball. Next set defended as Keys trying to save that one. Zachariason with the kill. Governors just kind of placed there on that one just because of where everything was going. 4-0 start. Waiting for the officials. They now will let play resume. Keys over to Olsen. Waldron trying to send it away, and it's going to be point for Harrisburg. So he hit that one, and that was the Governors. Once again, Hart with Olsen to set it low. Will set it away. They're going to give a point to the Governors. That violation is what they're going to say from the PA announcer, and the Governors get on the board here in set number 2. Can they sustain it, though? That's going to be the key right now. Just try to get at least a few-point run here. Far set for Zachariason. It's dug up there by Schleckaway. Sending it over. Tigers to the middle. Zachariason good credited there. Just had that. Governors were set up for that one. It just went off the fingertips, and once again, they were set up pretty good for that one. Point, though, will go to Harrisburg. Now it's Lugner to set it away. Back set from Olsen to Waldron. That one going to be deflected. Now some confusion, and it's going to be point for the Governors. They got it over, and Harrisburg kind of were scrambling, and Governors have to lead down to 4, 6-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency scoreboard. It'll be sent away there by Keys, or excuse me, Schleckaway. She'll get the ace. And make it now 6-3. Back-to-back points, first time tonight for the Governors. Once again, Schleckaway will set it away, and a rotation violation, excuse me. And the Governors on a 3-point run. Out of rotation, it looked like, and it's based on what the official explained it. Either way, you'll take that if you're the Governors. It's 6-4 Harrisburg. Set number 2, another Harrisburg confusion, and point goes to the Governors. Looked like they weren't sure who was supposed to get it. And the Governors can tie it here in set number 2. Schleckaway will serve that out, and now in the run for the Governors. But what a effort there for Pierre, and you'll take it if you're the Governors. And now they'll have to reset things. There's a kill attempt there from the Novotny, though. Too much on that one as it goes out of bounds. And it makes it 8-5. It was a good run there for the Governors. Now they'll have to try to get the serve back. Far set from Waldron. It's just going to be tapped over there by Schleckaway. Excuse me. That was Novotny. Back to the Tigers. That was a dig there from Hart, but it goes out of bounds. And they're going to give the kill there, for Keegan. That'll be her first of the night here, first in set number 2. Dug up. Going to be saved there from Waldron. Set over by Keys. Far set for Zacharias. And that one gets defended off. It's going to be out of bounds. And what looked like a good opportunity to steal one from Harrisburg. Just the block went too far. 10-5 now. Set number 2 here. Yeah, set number 1 did favor Harrisburg 25-7. Back set there for Keys. Quickly now, Zacharias, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Point for the Governors. Looked like it might have been on the other side of the antenna, but it was hard to see from this advantage point. Either way, it was out, and point goes to the Governors. Makes it 10-6, set number 2. That one going to be out. And once again, Harrisburg quickly gets it right back, as serving that one was, I believe, Keys. Zacharias in, back to serve. See what's going on there now. The whistle comes. Play resumes, and that's going to be an ace. Zacharias in right now, 6 kills and an ace so far tonight. Makes it 12-6. High toss, there's the serve. Dug it up, but it goes out of bounds. Doug just went too far. Well, his first touch there by Hart. And now everybody going for Hart, even though she's done a fantastic job receiving. And once again, they'll go right to Hart. Pierre can't handle that one. It's going to be a point for the Tigers. Zacharias then will set it back to Pierre. First half about to end in Harrisburg, where will be facing a 1-0 deficit going into halftime. That one's going to be out, and that will end the run. Serve goes too far out. Point for the Governors. Makes it 14-7. It was a good start in this one. They did tie things up they were close to tying things up for a moment. And Harrisburg just went back on a run. I need to serve it quickly over there for Masslink. Masslink will get the point for Harrisburg. Checking in for the Tigers is Sarah Holt. As she'll come in to serve. (15-7), set number 2 here. Governors trying to find another run they had just a little bit ago. Sending it over was Schleckaway. Quickly back set from behind. That was Masslink. Aldred to Bushbaum. Again, Timing wasn't there. Went to the other arm. And point will go for Harrisburg. 16-7 now. Holt once again back to serve. This one dug up. Back set over for Bushbaum. And that's a point for the Governors. Bushbaum with the kill. Bushbaum gets her first of the second set. She has 2 on the night. And now the only one with kill, or excuse me, she's 1 of 2 in the second set to record kills. It's 16-8, that's an ace. Just enough for the net to help the Governors out. They'll take it. And that's an ace there for Molly Olson, her first of the night. 16-9 now. And another violation from Harrisburg. If there's one thing that's helped the Governors in this second set, it's been the errors by Harrisburg. And they're trying to make a case that they're in the correct rotation. I did get an update from John Winkler at Harrisburg. It is confirmed it is a 1-0 halftime score. Now you got Coach Costing trying to figure out how they can quit getting these calls against them. That is the second time they've been called for it. And now they're kind of reconfirming things. I think Costing is now understanding why that's being called. And they're still going to give Governors the points. Makes it 16-10. So now they got things reset here. Here's a set for the far side from Maslink. That'll be a kill. That's actually going to be, Julia Maslink, the freshman, with her third kill of the night. 17-10. Be Emma Maslink now to serve. They'll go for Waldron. Far set. Low gets it quickly over. Trying to attack the middle was stiff. Governors defend it. Schleck away. Just gets it over for Harrisburg to set it up. Pierre trying to keep it alive, and they'll go to the scores table on that one. They'll make it 18-10. It was a disaster there as one of the extra volleyballs that made it onto the court. One of the assistants quickly on the case for that one. 18-10 here, set number 2. And as quickly over was Maslink, as just enough to kind of stretch the arms over to hit it straight down for that point. 19-10 now. Serve goes to Olsen. Waldron. Waldron will hit it back over. And go to the middle. It's Zachariason. Pierre trying to keep it alive. They do. Free ball is going to be over, but nice defense there for the Governors. And then the kill going to become for Stiff. Records her second. And timeout taken by Coach Wheelhouse and the Governors. 20-10. We'll take a quick 30. Set number 2 resumes after this 30-second timeout here on 104.5 KCCR FM. Here's South Dakota. We're back in 30 seconds.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Timeout taken by Coach Wheelhouse and the Governors in set number 2. They trail 20-10 on your American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine's scoreboard. Bridge got with you. Eliza back in the studio, keeping things going. Big appreciation to her for keeping things going tonight. Again, John Winkler in Harrisburg for the state soccer semifinals. Harrisburg does have the serve. So he's sent over by Hart. They'll go to the middle for Stiff. That's a kill for Stiff in the Tigers. And they're now 4 points away from taking set number 2. (21-10) as Masslink will set it away. Olsen trying to catch Harrisburg looking. Masslink has that blocked. Harrisburg keeps it alive as it bounces off the net. They'll set it away as Schleckway does, but it's going to be too far out of bounds on that one. And point will go to the Governors. You got to appreciate the fight they keep trying to give to the Tigers. It's actually going to be a service error from Zachariason. They're not giving up just yet here. 22-11. Set number 2. You're on KCCR YouTube as well. Masslink is going to try to get over and puts it right in the campfire. As Keys was trying to save that via the pancake. Stretching that arm out. Just too far on that one. 23-11. Once again, Emma Masslink going to send it away as the Masslink sisters are out there right now. That's a point for the Governors on the block. Well, they get 23-12. Definitely a change from set 1 to set number 2. Again, Harrisburg did take set number 1, 25-7 right now. Lead 23-12. Zachariason has Olsen defend that. They'll send it away for Keys to Harrisburg. Once again, they'll go to the middle for Stiff, and Hart was trying to save it. A little late on that one. Set point here, 24-12 in set number 2. As Wagner trying to take a 2-0 lead over Pierre. They're trying to avoid that, though, and into the net was Novotny. And that will end set number 2. That final 25-12 as we get you set for set number 3 next after this 2-minute timeout on KCCR FM 104.5, Capital City Rock, and online at KCCR YouTube.
For over 60 years, Ferding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Ferding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Ferding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Set number 3 coming up here as Harrisburg does get set number 2. They lead 2-0, 25-12 in sets. Going into the third set, 2 sets to none. Wyatt Barichka with you here on 104.5 Capital City Rock, KCCR YouTube, and KCCR FM online at kccrradio.com. Soccer match, they're about to get set for the second half as Pierre is facing a 1-0 deficit through the Tigers of Harrisburg. The Governors here trying to now make it 3 in a row. Well, they have to start here in set number 3. Kills looked like this. I had Harrisburg at 10 and Pierre at 3. That was the kill numbers there in set number 2. Zacharias in for the kill is dug up. Olsen, far set for Waldron. Quickly to the middle for Stiff. Nobody was on the left side. And that'll be point number 1 for Harrisburg. And they'll take a 1-0 start in set number 3 here. Kokage to serve. Olsen keeps it alive. It's sent back over by Waldron. Back set now. Stiff as Hart was trying to keep it alive. Couldn't do so. And quickly Stiff with a couple of kills to start set number 3. Once again, Kokage again will serve as they did start here for set number 3. Free ball opportunity here for Harrisburg. Zacharias in for the kill. And she has 8 on the night. And similar start again, going on a quick run to start this set. Governors did get some points in sets via some errors, but also a couple of good points there from the Governors in set number 2. Point goes into the net there from the Governors. 4-0 set number 3. Yeah, we'll have Sully Buttes and Stanley County on Country 95.3. That's going to be, I believe, they're starting here pretty quickly as that was too much on the step from Pierre. Point does go to Harrisburg. DT on the call. Aldrin for Keys. That's going to be a point. Keys credited for the kill. And the arm swinging on that one for their first point of the set. It's going to put Hart back to serve. And she'll serve it into the nets. Right now, that's the 4th service there on Pierre tonight to 3 for the Tigers of Harrisburg. Langner once again back to serve here for set number 3. Aldrin keeping it alive. Olsen now from the Novotny. Tigers get their offense. Going to be put up there by Olsen. Keys, too much on that one. It's going to go far out for the missed kill. So either way, Governors are going to be 16th in the standings, which so at 16, you need the top 16 teams. They're going to get some points tonight, but there's going to be a big match coming up on the road. That's going to be a point for Harrisburg. Zacharias is going to be credited for the kill. Looks like things are standing. It's going to kind of be a 3-team race for that 16th and final spot. You got Yankton, you got Pierre, and then you got Tierra. And that's going to be a kill from Key. She'll get her second of set number 3. And right now, it's Keys with both points here in set number 2 for the Governors. Waldron now going to go and back to serve for the Governors. Down 8-2 are the Governors from Pierre. Zacharias in, kill there. She's averaged at least 3%. She is now at that 3-kill mark. And she has a total of 10 in the contest. Makes it 9-2. I'm going to look if I can find the upcoming schedule. That one going to be out on the service there. And now going to be a point for the Governors. Back to serve will be Keys. I'm just taking a quick look here. Brookings, Yankton, Pierre, and T-Area going to be the now really a 4-team race, but Brookings a little bit ahead. They might stay there as Pierre going to get another point. And they'll keep it that way. Try to look at the upcoming schedule. We'll talk about that in just a moment as Harrisburg going to get the kill there, courtesy of Kaya Keegan. No, they're going to say that's out. Looked close, but if you're Pierre, you'll take that. And Pierre keeps their run going. Down by 4. It's 9-5 in set number 3. And Zachariason, as soon as I say that, will change things around for a point for the Tigers. It's coming up for Pierre. They got Yankton. That's going to be the biggest one coming up, at least to stay in that top 16. That's a service error from Zachariason. And the Governors down by 4. It's 10-6. Third service error for her tonight was Zachariason. They now have 4 in the contest. Same number of service errors does Pierre. Prutney in to serve. Set towards the middle for Masslink, and it'll be a point courtesy of Masslink. She's got 5 kills on the night. So it's going to be a 3 straight road trips for Pierre. They got Yankton on the 16th. That's a Thursday. Like I said, really a must-win type game for Pierre to stay in that top 16. They'll have Huron on the 21st. O'Gorman will conclude the 3-game road trip. It's Pierre right now trying to keep things alive here, down 11-6. Quick set for Masslink, and that'll be a kill for Masslink. She'll get now her 6th of the contest. And then Pierre will finish their season at home. They got Aberdeen Central on the 25th, Brookings on the 28th, and then they'll conclude the regular season on November 4th. 12-6, back set for Bushbaum. Harrisburg keeping it alive, Stiff for the kill. Bergen Stiff with 3 in set number 3 as they've extended their lead over the Governors 13-6. Back to serve now is Sarah Holt. Holt to Hart. Far set from Waldron for Schleckaway. And Harrisburg going to have another back set from Masslink, and couldn't get it was Waldron. And Masslink will get her 2nd kill of the night. Got a substitution here coming in for the Tigers is McKinley Muncie. Coming in for Stiff. Bergen Stiff. Pierre Soccer still trailing 1-0. They got about 32 minutes left of regulation to tie things up. They're trying to keep things alive. Lowell will just set it over for a free ball. Quick set in the middle, and that's going to be good as Muncie, who just came in, will get the kill. 15-6 in favor of the Tigers. Governors football going to be on the road to Spearfish this Friday. John Winkler will have that call on KCCR AM. Streaming live on YouTube. There's a kill for Masslink. That's Julia Masslink. Again, the sister of Emma Masslink, who right now, Julia's got more kills than her sister in this one. Leads it 16-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KCCR FM 104.5 Capital City Rock. We are back in 30 seconds.
And swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Timeout taken by the Governors as they trail 16-10 in set number 3. Pierre needing to win the next 3 to take this match, and right now face a 10-point deficit to make it at least to set 4. Serve will go to Hartz. Putting it up is Waldron. Schleck away. Back set now for the kill there for Bushbaum. Bushbaum gets her 3rd of the contest. I probably said 32 minutes in the match. I meant the soccer match. So apologies for the confusion there, but point goes to the Governors. It's 16-7. Serving it now is Molly Olson. Serve put up there by Samuels. Masslink trying to keep it safe is the Governors, and it'll be 4 hits. All the Governors. As Masslink having herself a night. Julia Masslink is just a freshman for the Tigers. It's back to a 10-point lead. Serve too much on that one. It's an error by Emma Masslink, and it goes right back to the Governors. Schleckaway will go back to serve. Checking in for the Governors is Allie Keys. Right now, 2 kills in set number 3. She has 3 total in the contest. Ties the team high with Bushbaum, who also has 3. 17-8 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany Scheffelbein scoreboard. Serve will go into the nets from Schleckaway. Well, right back to the Tigers, as going back to serve will be Kennedy Konage. They're needing to go on a pretty big run here to at least tie things up. Trying to get caught looking was the Tigers. They were courtesy of Waldron. She kind of looked like she was going to set that one, but just not push it, but got it far enough for Harrisburg to react late. And we got a whistle at the scores table. You know, what's going on at the scores table. Just probably confirming some things before we resume. Looks like that will be the case. Either way, it is going to be your Governor serve. Far set for Zachariason. Dug up there by Schleckaway, and trying to run all the way to save it was Olsen. And just had to get around a couple of players, and point will go back to the Tigers. 19-9. Harrisburg on the verge of a sweep. That one rolls off the nets. That's going to be an ace for Langner. Her 2nd of the night. And she'll once again go to serve. Novotny was trying to dig that and set it up, but it was over the nets, which means that was going to be a kill for Keegan. She gets her 2nd of the night. Excuse me, her 1st. Governors just trying to get to double digits here, but they got 12 points to make up. That'll be another ace. Be her 3rd ace of the night is Langner. 22-9. Hart receives it. It's going to be Novotny trying to get it over, and will hit it into the nets. And once again, it's another lengthy run here for Harrisburg. Right now, the Governors face that run on the verge of a sweep, trying to avoid that. Waldron in the middle. Nice swing of the arm there from Keys, as Harrisburg will have Zachariason get it over somehow. Back set for Waldron. Waldron has that block. Governors keep it alive. Keys over. That one looked like it was out, but Harrisburg will keep it alive. Zacharias too far on that one. Point for the Governors. Push ball will come in for, I believe, Waldron. Oh, excuse me. Comes in for Olsen. Waldron is back to serve. Down by 13. 23-10, set number 3. There's a kill attempt from Samuels. Governors keep it alive, and it's going to be a violation on Waldron. It's match points. 24-10. Samuels. Quick substitution as Emma Maslink will check in. They're on the verge of a 3-set sweep, keeping their streak alive. Waldron to Novotny. Set up high for Zacharias, and too much on that one. This match ain't done yet. So Key is back to serve. Still match point, the serve. It'll be set up by Samuel. It's going to be quickly pushed over there by Barnett. Governors now. Hitting the pole, or excuse me, the padding, and it's going to be a point for the Governors. Schleckaway hit the padding, but not sure what the violation was. I missed that, so I do apologize. Governors keeping it going here. 24-12. Far set for Zacharias, and that will end it. She'll get her 5th kill of the set. She finishes with 11 on the night, and we'll have a quick wrap-up of this one. Your final 3 sets to none in favor of the Harrisburg Tigers. 25-7, 25-12, and 25-12 to wrap this 3-set match up. We'll be back. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, get you some final numbers, and wrap this one up and preview upcoming sports here for the Pierre area. 25-12, 25-12, and 25-7, your 3-set scores. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on KCCR FM online on 104.5 Capital City Rock. We're back in 2 minutes.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut hundreds of cross, and played hours of peekaboo and duck duck gray duck because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Carrie Bauman will help make it easy and affordable to help protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Carrie Bauman in Pierre today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello friends, this is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. We have many blessings to give thanks. A beautiful city on the river, helpful and encouraging friends and neighbors, and of course, our peer athletes. They're the reason for us being here, so let's help them out. I will be praying for our athletes throughout this season. I encourage you to join me in praying for their health and safety as well as their success, both on the field and in the classroom.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Wrapping this one up here from TF Riggs High School in Pierre, as it is KCCR Pierre, South Dakota. Wyatt Bridgego with you, wrapping things up in this contest is taking a look at some final numbers here. Harrisburg does win it in 3 sets. They would win the first set 25-12, where they got 8 kills to Pierre's 2. They'd win the second set 25-12. They'd finish with 10. Pierre with 3 kills in the contest in set number 2. In the final set, Pierre did improve their kill numbers in every single set. They would finish with 4 to Harrisburg's 15, as Pierre fell in set number 3, 25-15. They'd finish with 2 aces for the Governors to 5 for the Tigers, and they were both dead even at 5 apiece in the service errors. Take a look at some numbers. Who finished with what? For the Governors, the kills were led. There was 2 that led the team total. Allie Keys with 3. You also had Bushbaum, who would finish with 3 kills as well. You'd also get kills from Waldron. That was the only other one in the contest unofficially from my stat keeping. For the Tigers, it was led by Zachariason. She would finish with 11 kills in the contest. Morgan Stiff would finish with 8. Samuels with 3. You had Acelink with 8 in the contest, and more in that one as well. So it does, even with the loss, the Governors are going to stay, at least standings-wise in this one. They'll stay in that 16th spot for right now, as they will have Yankton coming up this Thursday. That is going to be a Thursday on the road, so that is a must-win for the Governors to keep themselves in the SODAC 16, as they do have to kind of compete with a couple of other teams that they lost to earlier in the season. It is a 3-game stretch on the road for the Governors. Again, Yankton Thursday, the 21st against Huron, and they'll be at O'Gorman on the 24th of October to finish the 3-game road trip, and they'll be home for the final 3, the 25th, the 28th, and the 4th, and maybe some postseason action if they can stay in that top 16. An update from Pierre Soccer. It's still 1-0 in favor of Harrisburg, as Pierre is on the road taking on the number 2 team in the seeding. There's 18 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in that soccer match. And again, you can tune in just a moment to KCCR AM, 1240 AM and 98.9 FM to get that contest. You can also watch it live on YouTube, where this is being streamed at as well. Governor football going to be on the air this Friday. They'll be in Spearfish, as John Winkler will have that call, and another game that's coming up here that you can tune into on Country 95.3 with DT Meyer on the call, as it will be the Sully Buttes Chargers taking on Stanley County, as that one looks like it's just about to start. You can get that on 95.3 Pierre Country, or you can watch it online on Country 95.3 Sports. We'll wrap things up here. Again, a big thanks to Eliza back in the studio for keeping things live on the air. I'm Wyatt Barichka. This has been a presentation of Pierre Governor Athletics on KCCR FM 104.5. Capital City Rock. We'll get you back to that music on the Rock Station.
Listening to Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck